Hello guys, today I'll be teaching you how to solve indices that involves equations. Watching from this example, this is a completely example of indices that involves equation. How do we solve this kind of a problem? We say solution 2 raised to power 2x minus 3 in bracket 2 raised to power x close plus 2 is equal to 0. This is a pure indices. Though this one involves an equation, but this is how to handle them. 2 raised to power 2x minus 3 open bracket 2 raised to power x plus 2 is equal to 0. We say let y be equal to 2 raised to power x. Now, letting y be equal to 2 raised to power x, it simply means any place you see 2 raised to power x in this equation, that you will substitute with y. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, from this point, I will have 2 raised to power 2x is the same thing as 2 raised to power 2 multiplied by x. Any place you see dot in mathematics, it will represent multiplication, or 2 raised to power x multiplied by 2, because multiplication is commutative in the sense that whether 2 is coming first or x is coming first, the answer of the two will be the same thing. That is the commutativity we are talking about. Now, since 2 raised to power 2x is the same thing as this, who says we cannot have y raised to power 2? Because the whole of this is y and raised to power 2. Are you getting what I'm doing? Now, from this point, we'll have that y raised to power 2 is minus 3. 2 raised to power x is equal to y, and that is 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, getting to this point, we'll apply what we call a factorization. Factorization from this point. How do this factorization occur? This is a real number here. What we do is we look for two factors that when you multiply them, it will be equal to 2. When you add or subtract, it will give us a minus 3. Get it in this form. Getting to this point, look for two numbers that when you multiply them, the answer will be plus 3. When you add or subtract, the answer will be minus 3. And now, from the question, the two numbers that will do that for us is minus 1 and minus 2. Now, minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 is equal to 2. Minus 1 minus 2 will give us a minus 3. I say the two numbers that will satisfy what we need is minus 1 and minus 2, because minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 is equal to 2. Minus 1 minus 2 will give us a minus 3. This is what I mean. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 is equal to 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is equal to minus. So now, from this, we've seen the two factors. Y raised to power 2 minus y minus 2y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, any variable standing on its own is having a coefficient of 1, And that is the reason why you did not see 1y. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, proceed. Getting to this point now, we take the bracket as usual. Y raised to power 2 minus y minus, in bracket, 2 minus 2, which is equal to, in bracket. So, from this point now, we are done with the factorization by group. So the next thing to do is, considering these two brackets, we discover that in this first bracket, we have y raised to power 2 minus y, and in the second bracket, we have 2y minus 2. So what we do now is, in each of the brackets, if you consider this first bracket, there is something they are having in common. What do? You factor it out. What do? You factor it out. And in this first bracket, they are having y in common. So what you do is you say y in bracket. This is y squared. What will remain here now will be what? Y. And that is y minus 1. If you use this to expand this bracket, you will bounce back to this place. Minus. In second bracket, what are they having in common? Is 2. You factor out 2 in bracket. 2 minus 1. And this is equal to 0. Notice, it's expected that after this factorization, that this bracket, what is inside this bracket and what is inside this one must be the same thing. Now, what do? We say y minus 1, y minus 2, that is this one, this y and this minus 2. You pick one out of this two bracket. Since all of them are the same thing, you pick one bracket, and this is equal to 0. Now, from this point, what do we do again? We say y minus 0 is, y minus 1 is equal to 0, or y minus 2 is equal to 0. From this, we have that y is equal to 1. When negative 1 crosses the sign of equality, the negative sign will change to positive, or 2. Same thing applicable here. And that is to say that y is equal to 1 or 2. Don't forget our main interest here. We are trying to get the value of x. Now, what do? We say we now substitute the value of y in this place. Are you getting what I'm saying? Pick up these values of y and substitute in this place in order for us to get the value of x. Now, substitute y equal to 1 or 2 in this place. That is, for y equal to 1, we have that y is equal to 2 raised to power x. Now, 2 raised to power x is equal to 1 for y equal to 1. So from this place now, what do? We all know that anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1 in mathematics, recalling from indices. We all know that any number raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Now, what do? We say 2 raised to power x is the same thing as 2 raised to power 0. This and this is still the same thing. What do now? We say this and this will cancel each other. Now, our x is equal to 0. From this point, we have that for y equal to 2, we do the same thing. That is, we substitute y equal to 2 raised to power x will now be the same thing as 2 raised to power x is equal to 2. Now, still also in indices, any number standing on its own is raised to power 1. Any number on its own is the same thing as that number being raised to power 1. This is what I'm saying. 2 raised to power x is equal to 2 raised to power 1. Are you getting what I'm saying? This and this is the same thing. So when this and this cancels each other, x will be equal to 1. Therefore, in this solving now that the value of x is equal to either 0 or 1, and here is the final answer. If you wish to check or to cross-check to know if the answer or what we've solved is correct or not, what you do is, from this first one, just substitute the value of x. First of all, use 0 and 1 to know if the right hand side is the same thing as the left hand side. Let's try it. Let's do it. Work on it together. Now, here is the original problem. Here is the original question. That is 2 raised to power 2x minus 3 bracket 2 raised to power x close plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, let's check to know if our left hand side is the same thing with our right hand side. For x equal to 0, we substitute, that is 2 raised to power 2 in bracket 0 minus 3 in bracket 2 raised to power 0 plus 2. Let's know if the whole of this is equal to 0. Now, 2 raised to power 2 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0 minus 3 in bracket 2 raised to power 0 plus 2. Now, 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1 minus 3 in bracket 2 raised to power 0 is 1 plus 2. Now, 1 minus 3 multiplied by 1 is equal to 3 plus 2. 1 minus 3 plus 2 is equal to 0. If you still use x equal to 1, the answer will still be the same thing. If you've seen this video interesting, do well to click the share button, like, comment, and subscribe in order to follow my other exciting teachings. Thank you for watching.